be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Hey. You got three down.
Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Switch.
On third down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down.
Now Cunningham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So first and 10 now from the 30. Cunningham looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Randy Moss, 70 yards. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cunningham to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cunningham. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Miles Jack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Out to his left. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Cunningham. A slant to Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yard.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Randy Moss. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Miles Jack, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A first carry now for Reggie Bush. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Bullock's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Cunningham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive. I think they just crossed it on that one.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They give to Johnson going right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Here's Cunningham. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown, Bills! David Njoku from 21 yards away. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simple?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Back now in Buffalo. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On first down, Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Bush. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Bush. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They run the counter. It's Bush. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Try to punch it across with Bush. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
They'll try again down here with Bush. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Reggie Bush. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Strong right, strong right.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Like Batman, gliding through my city, going fast. I'm a bad